Hello, and
Welcome
to our radio drama shorts showcase. Instead of having a single story, today's performance once again consists of 9 different segments, all chosen by members of the cast. Credits will be read at the end of each segment, and there will be a 10-minute intermission between the 4th segment and the 5th segment. Please note that this is a live performance, and the cast has had no rehearsals together, so there may be occasional stumbles in the dialogue. And in addition, we would like to note that some segments contain adult language and descriptions of violence, so listener discretion is advised. We're expecting to have a lot of fun, and hope you will too. And now, please enjoy our first segment. Dial M for Monkey, Rasslor! Dexter, in his laboratory, experiments on a monkey.
After countless experiments, all testing proves negative. No enhanced abilities, no physical mutations, no nothing. It seems you shall never be anything more than a mere monkey.
As Dexter storms off, a woman reaches out to Monkey telepathically.
Monkey, this is Agent Honeydew. Help us!
Monkey flexes his arms and is engulfed in a bright light. When the light fades, the small chimp is in a black and gold spandex hero outfit with the shape of an M on his forehead. The far from mere monkey flies out of his cage, bursts through the roof, and soars into space. Over at the Hall of Heroes, a hero who is definitely not Captain America holds a meeting.
Yes, Justice friends, I, Major Glory, have total confidence that our victory shall be ours. So, everyone take 5 powder and assemble at the Quadjet in...
Green light appears around Major Glory, and he disappears with a...
Oh, what? What?
Hey.
Yeah?
Meanwhile, at the Bad Guy Company, a hulking purple hero who is definitely not the Incredible Hulk lifts up the entire building.
Infraggable Krunk, smash bad guys.
Krunk disappears in a similar green, and the building lands where he was standing, its structure severely damaged. Meanwhile... Okay, it's actually been destroyed now. Meanwhile, at Dexter's laboratory, Monkey is sleeping on a branch in his cage. He awakens to a flash of green, and he too disappears. He then finds himself with all the heroes who are now assembled in a coliseum floating among the cosmos.
Say, what's going on here?
Where are we?
Who dare kidnap the likes of we?
Yeah.
A fly dude with frizzy hair and yellow aviator glasses flies up to the group. And by a fly dude, I mean he's literally a fly, about a foot tall, wearing a fancy lavender suit.
Once Earthlings, I, Probotor, have brought you here to the Cosmic Coliseum vessel, the Shippodrome. You are to be guests of my master, so bow before your gracious host, the spirit of competition, the embodiment of victory, the eternal champion, Rasslor.
A muscular wrestler with pale blue skin. You okay? All right then. A muscular wrestler with pale blue skin, purple tights, gold boots, long curly white hair, purple luchador mask, and a championship belt around his waist materializes into the arena. He begins to cut a promo while flexing his muscles.
Welcome, heroes of Earth. You have been chosen to receive the most glorious of gifts. The opportunity to face me, the great Rasslor, in a contest of strength and skill. I have scoured the cosmos, searching for the one adversary who could provide me with suitable... But lo, I have yet to find such a noble foe. Each creature, each race more pitiful than the... So I spare them the disgrace of their weakness by destroying their world. And now my quest has brought me to this timid little planet you call Earth. So, terrestrial heroes, can one of you quench my thirst for the divine conflict, the supreme struggle, or will your doomed to the same fate that has befallen so many?
What?
Fight me or I destroy the Earth! Now let the games begin!
The Coliseum rockets off and lands in a conveniently vacant lot in an otherwise bustling city, and media outlets quickly pick up the story. Intergalactic champ challenges Earth's mightiest heroes. Will the Earth survive?
Well, that's what we're here to find out. Live from the Shippodrome, I'm Mike Mann.
My guy, Probotor.
Let's go to the action.
In the ring, spawned from the cosmos itself, weighing in at 6,000 megastones, my boy, the champ, Rasslor!
And in the opposite corner, weighing in at 400 golden apples, the Viking god of rock, Valhallen!
Valhallen materializes into the ring dressed in a shredded tank top, leather pants, gold boots, and holding a neon pink guitar. Rock horns in the air.
Yo, villain man! If 'tis truly a thrashing you seek, then thrash upon a rift of my mighty axe!
Valhallen swings.
Flexing tresses!
Valhallen swings with his guitar and misses. Rasslor grabs it and jabs him in the gut.
Like, this kid needs to turn down that rock music, get a haircut and a job before he even thinks about getting in the ring with the champ again.
Rasslor grabs Val by the hair and swings him so hard his hair rips off, and then proceeds to pin him. A robot in a referee shirt flies up to them.
1, 2, 3.
Val vanishes, and Major Glory appears.
Next in the ring, definitely a hometown favorite, Major Glory!
So, alien, you dare to step foot on American soil without a green card? Well, I am America, mister. Do you really think you can beat America? The speed of America, the strength of America, the Constitution of America.
Well, here's my John Hancock.
Wow, Rasslor really read up on his geographically specific history before coming to destroy the planet. Rasslor punches Major Glory in the face and holds him up in the air by his feet with his cape, flapping in the breeze and saluting him with his free hand.
Major Glory, you speak boldly and your breath is minty fresh. For this, I salute you.
He slams Major Glory to the ground.
Enough of this, Rasslor.
Major Glory away, and a hero in a blue Ronin armor appears.
You must face I am Thunder. I am me. I am Sam.R.I.
He strikes flashy poses before super kicking, but stopping inches from Rasslor's face to wiggle his toes. Rasslor grabs him by the ankle, crushing it, and bends him into an ankle lock.
I do not like your kicks so high. I do not like them, Sam.R.I. Next!
Sam.R.I. disappears, and Monkey is teleported into the ring.
Monkey, 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 monkey,
Weighing in at 17 pounds, the superpowered primate, Monkey!
Away with this jest!
Rasslor waves his hand, and Monkey disappears.
Bring me a challenge! Bring me sport!
One by one, Rasslor defeats every hero brought before him with ease. Legally distinct Vision gets his back broken. The Infraggable Krunk gets himself stuck in the ring. White Tiger is powerbombed. Monkey leaps at Rasslor, but is gently nudged out of the ring. Capital G is pinned in a figure 4 submission. The human bullet is tossed into the mat head first.
Is this the only puny opponent this puny planet can offer me?
Sorry, babe, he's popular with the kids.
I will not soil my hands on so lonely a creature.
Monkey grabs Rasslor's feet and pulls at them, knocking the Goliath over and climbing on top of him.
Huh?
1, 2.
Rasslor tosses Monkey off with a single hand.
Oh no, little beast! You shall not make a fool of me this day! It seems you leave me no choice!
Applying a devastating submission hold.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Monkey is pulling free. It's a takedown into a beautiful headlock.
Ah! We'll learn your lesson, Monkey, once and for all!
Rasslor grabs Monkey and throws him all the way through the mat. Monkey doesn't get up.
Again and forever, I am the champion! And so it falls upon me to pass judgment on your contemptible world.
Behind Rasslor, Monkey weakly emerges from the crater in the ring and feebly grips one of Rasslor's boots.
Wait a minute. I don't believe it. Monkey refuses to stay down.
Woo! Cool.
Incredible! I could crush your body. I could smash your bones. I could never break your spirit. You are a marvel, little monkey. Any world that could spawn one as noble as you is truly blessed. I spare your earth.
Hooray! Thank you.
That was a lousy earth anyways.
Ooh.
So once again, the day is saved, thanks to Monkey! We hope you enjoyed our performance of Dial M for Monkey, Rasslor. Rasslor and Monkey were played by Jason Amherst. Probotor was played by Abby Brenner. Mike Mann and the Infraggable Krunk were played by Denny Hill. Valhallen was played by Mary Rivette. Dexter, Refbot, and Bullet were played by Hayes Converse. Major Glory was played by Lealin Queen. Agent Honeydew and the crowd were played by Casey English. Sam.R.I. was played by Joel Guttman, and narration was done by me, Cam Griffin. Excuse me a minute, I'm gonna grab a drink for this next one.
And
Narrator,
now,
you want to? Thank you. There you go.
And now, please enjoy our next segment, an excerpt from the room. After getting into a fight with Mark, Johnny exits and Mark sits down. A few minutes later, Johnny re-enters the room and sees Mark and Lisa are dancing together. There is no music playing, and apparently nobody thought that Mark and Lisa dancing together right after Mark and Johnny fought was notable.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
You're my future wife. What are you doing, Lisa?
Leave her alone, man. She doesn't want to talk to you.
Since when do you give me orders?
Since Lisa changed her mind about you. Wake up, man. What planet are you on?
I think you should leave right now, Mark.
Don't spoil it. We were just having fun.
Don't worry about it, man.
Mark lightly pats Johnny on the shoulder.
Don't touch me, motherfucker. Get out.
Mark charges at Johnny, but Johnny shoves him away with surprising ease. It is currently unclear if Johnny has superhuman strength or not.
Stop it! Stop it! The two are acting like children!
Son of a bitch!
You're going to ruin the party!
If you'd keep your girl satisfied, she wouldn't come to me.
Get out of my house. I kill you. I'll break every bone in your body.
Johnny takes off his jacket and attacks Mark, but they are quickly separated again.
Stop it! Stop it!
I kill you, you bastard.
You couldn't kill me if you tried.
You betrayed me. You're not good. You're just a chicken. Cheep, 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 cheep.
The dreaded cheaping. They keep fighting some more, and by fight I mean grapple for about a second and a half. This is a very long second and a half.
Johnny, cool it.
Shut up.
It's over. It's over. It's all over.
It's not over. Everybody betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world.
Johnny goes upstairs. Later, Claudette enters the bedroom, where Lisa is sitting on a couch.
I cleaned up the kitchen, sweetheart, so you don't have to worry about that.
He still won't come out of the bathroom.
We should get that looked at. Sweetheart, he's upset. Now, Johnny's a sensible man. He will come out, you will discuss this, and everything is going to be okay.
I just think I should be alone with him right now.
I understand, sweetheart. I'm gonna go home now. Bye-bye. You can call me if you need me. I need a drink. Mommy needs a drink. Where's your wine?
I will call you. I will drink. Thank you, Mother.
After Claudette exits, Lisa tries to open the bathroom door, but it's locked.
You can come out now, Johnny. She's gone.
In a few minutes, bitch.
Who are you calling a bitch?
You and your stupid mother.
Lisa picks up the phone and calls Mark.
Hello?
Hi, Mark. I need to talk to you.
What's going on?
Don't worry about Johnny. He's just being a big baby. Do you hear that, Johnny? You know I love you very much, Mark.
Johnny attempts to listen in on their conversation through the bathroom door. Should have hired the CIA.
I love you.
Why don't you ditch this creep? I don't like him anymore.
I know. He's not worth it. Why don't I come up there and be with you?
Sure, baby. Come on up. I want your body.
You got it. You got my body. My body is on its way. Bye.
Bye.
I guess her body is ready. Johnny exits the bathroom.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
We'll see about that.
Johnny exits, then re-enters the bedroom a moment later, holding a cassette tape, which makes no sense, because he put the tape recorder attached to the phone, or under it, or something like that, but certainly not around the corner in another room.
We'll see about that.
He puts the tape into a player that he conveniently had waiting in his nightstand. You know, as opposed to playing it on the tape recorder that he used to record the tape in the first place, which almost certainly had a playback function of its own. The previous conversations replayed with surprising clarity, and clearly louder than the volume that Lisa and Mark had been using a moment ago.
Hello?
Hi, Mark. I need to talk to you.
What's going on?
Don't worry about Johnny. He's just being a big baby. You know I love you very much. You're the sparkle of my life. I can't live without you. I love you.
Yes, that was a clear deviation from the original conversation.
You little tramp, how could you do this to me? I gave you 7 years of my life, and you betray me. Let's see what else we have on this tape.
No! Stop! You little prick! I put up with you for 7 years. You think you're an angel? You're just like everybody.
I treat you like a princess, and you stab me in the back. I love you, and I did anything for you to just please you. And now you betray me. How could you love him?
He continues playing the tape.
Why don't you just ditch this creep? I don't like him anymore.
By the way, it's also not clear how a normal tape recorder was able to clearly record Mark's end of the call. It really must be CIA technology after all.
I know. He's not worth it. Why don't I come up there and be with you?
Sure, baby. Come on up. I want your body.
You got me. You got body.
Don't stop now. I was really getting into it. He hurls the tape player against the wall.
Everybody betray me. I don't have a friend in the world.
Okay, I'm leaving you, Johnny.
Lisa leaves the bedroom.
Get out. Get out. Get out of my life.
Johnny collapses on the bed for a moment. Then he descends the staircase, oh my, into the room.
I mean, it's not too far off. Why, Lisa? Why?
He has a flashback of Lisa laughing with his tie around her head. Then one of Lisa and him kissing. Then a flashback of their dispassionate sex. Why does this sound like my own flashbacks?
You bitch.
Johnny knocks over a bowl of fake fruit, some furniture, several picture frames, and some champagne glasses from the mantel. Hey, I thought Claudette cleaned everything up. Then he picks up the TV and tosses it out the window.
You bitch. You bitch.
Johnny goes back up to the bedroom, howling incomprehensibly and continuing his destructive rampage. He knocks stuff off the dresser, pulls out all the drawers and shoves it over. He pulls all the sheets off the bed and flings himself onto it, triggering another sex flashback. Oh, yes. Love those sex flashbacks.
Hey, you stay out of that.
I'm sure there's a universe where this scene is acted out in a way that evokes an emotion other than awkwardness. But this is not that universe. Johnny knocks over some more stuff and shatters a mirror. He sits on the floor and picks up Lisa's red dress. Flashback to Lisa trying on the dress. Johnny smells the dress, then presses it against his crotch and thrusts a bit, dry humps the dress amid flashbacks of Lisa when she was wearing it.
You little tramp.
He tears the dress up. Flashback to Lisa and Mark dancing. Flashback to Lisa saying, I put up with you. Yes, just like that. Johnny leans over, picks up a box, and opens it to reveal a handgun. Johnny, no! Johnny, no! As he owned that the whole time in an unlocked box that was just sitting on the floor. If you own a firearm, please practice secure firearm storage. Unload, lock, and separate.
Why? Why is this happening to me? Why? It's over. God, forgive me.
Flashback to Lisa saying everything will be all right. Johnny puts the gun in his mouth. No, no. Flashback to Lisa saying goodbye, Johnny. Johnny fires the gun and falls backward in slow motion. The next morning, Mark and Lisa dash into the bedroom to find Johnny's bloody corpse.
Wake up, Johnny. Come on. Come on.
It's so dead. Oh my God. Mark, it's so dead.
Yes, he's dead. Yes, he's dead.
Oh my God.
Mark slowly kisses Johnny's forehead. God, this just keeps getting kinkier.
Oh my God.
Seriously, I think you need to see a professional.
He's alive.
Mark and Lisa embrace.
I've lost him, but I still have you. Right. Right.
Mark goes from commiserating and sympathetic to angry in a split second and shoves Lisa away.
You don't have me. You'll never have me. You killed him!
Mark, we're free to be together. I love you. I love you.
Tramp! You killed him! You're the cause of all this! I don't love you. Get out of my life, you bitch!
And then Denny enters.
Oh, Denny.
What's happening?
Don't look, Denny!
Johnny's dead. Wake up, Johnny. Please. Please, it's not right. It's not right.
Denny, he's in a better place.
Leave us. Both of you, leave.
As far as I'm concerned, you can drop off the earth. That's a promise.
What?
Now, in case it wasn't clear, that was implied to be directed at Lisa. It's unclear what was promised.
Just leave. Both of you.
Leave him, all right. Let him be with him.
Why, Johnny? Why, Johnny? Why? Why?
Denny sobs. Mark and Lisa, who are in the process of leaving, rejoin Denny and comfort him. Police sirens are heard as they look over Johnny's body. Oh, Johnny be dead. Johnny be dead. Dan, can you get me some tissues? I'm crying now. We hope you have enjoyed our performance of The Room. Johnny was played by Taylor Starnes. Lisa was played by Cam Griffin. Mark was played by Mary Rivette. Claudette was played by Abby Brenner. Denny was played by Hayes Converse. Stephen was played by Joel Guttman. And narration was done by me, Jason Amherst.
And now, please enjoy our next segment, Girl Genius, Revenge of the Weasel Queen, Part 2. It is a world ruled by mad science. Things happen. Usually they happen to other people. This is entertainment. Occasionally, however, they happen to you. Sometimes you get eaten by monsters, or subjugated by intelligent oysters, or forced to wear steam-powered iron shoes that never stop dancing. But sometimes, very rarely sometimes, they're your monsters. And as you sit in your castle watching the oysters dance, you realize it's a pretty jolly little world after all. That's when the front door gets blown in and you belatedly realize that, once again, you're doomed to be the entertainment in another exciting installment of Agatha Heterodyne, Girl Genius. In our last episode, Agatha Heterodyne,
Science?
Zetha, the lost princess of the lost city of Scafander,
Hey.
and Crosp, the emperor of all cats,
Meow.
were trying to find a way to remove themselves from the presence of Othar Tryggvason,
Gentleman adventurer!
when he obligingly fell into the clutches of the nefarious Fetrina, the Weasel Queen, who has been terrorizing the villagers of Zongultok.
Help!
With her giant rabbits. A problem of which he is, as yet, unaware.
Such a nice girl.
This places our heroes in a bit of a quandary. Quandary? Noun. From the Latin quando, a state of difficult or perplexity. A predicament.
I hate him.
He is annoying.
Rash and impulsive, certainly.
He's always getting us into trouble.
Oh, yes.
We're all agreed then.
Oh, absolutely.
So, why are we rescuing him?
It's a quandary.
We are not rescuing Othar. We are going to stop Feratina from terrorizing the village, and if, by pure blind chance, we find Othar and he needs rescuing, maybe I will seriously consider it.
Okay, I can live with that.
So, what is this thing you're building, Agatha?
I figured the best way to get inside Feratina's lair is in disguise. So, what's the best disguise? Her giant rabbits, of course.
Oh.
Of course.
Luckily, we have these 3 dead giant rabbits. From these, we shall get the raw materials we need, and thus...
Actually, there are only 2 dead giant rabbits.
But there were 3.
Huh. Oh, okay. Let me get my pistol. Come here, Lenny. Bang. And thus, I have created this combination of mechanical taxidermist and tailor.
Bonjour, mistress.
Oh, good grief. How did you construct something so complicated?
Oh, please. I always carry a Swiss Army knife and a coil of wire.
Oh, does it really work?
Oui, accessing tasks. I look forward to functioning at my fullest capacity. Scanning client number 1. Name?
Zitha, daughter of Chump.
So this is what street people wear when they enter roller derby contests.
Hey!
Obviously chosen for economy as opposed to looks. I see her in a stunning barbarian princess leather and chainmail combination ensemble. Not only durable, the same elements that give you greater movement of freedom will show off Madame's obvious assets for those post-melee assignations. Let them know this wild girl can't be tamed.
What?
Scanning client 2.
Agatha heterodyne, and I don't need a fur bikini.
With your hips? No fear.
Good, What?
I see Goodwill was having a fire sale.
I am not upset.
What are we trying to say here?
This happens every now and again with science.
I wish to disguise myself as a sofa cushion.
A creation turning against its mistress.
I wish to save the world, but cannot navigate my own closet. No! I see lab coats, I see silk, I see gears, machine parts, test tubes, watches, leather, and brass. Hundreds of fiddly little pockets to hold tools, weapons, and those charming little Deus Ex Machina devices that everyone is inventing this year. Très mad, très chic. Scanning client 3.
Crosp the First, Emperor of all cats.
Oh, mon Dieu. Lucky you called me in. I can have this little fellow stuffed and mounted in a very lifelike pose in no time at all. If you want him to be useful, I can put the clock in his tummy.
Agatha!
This is all very interesting, but I have built you for the following task.
At last my purpose, my raison d'etre. Speak, oh my creator.
Skin these giant rabbits and use their pelts to create a giant rabbit suit for the 3 of us to use as disguises.
And?
No and, that's it.
I am in hell!
Meanwhile, in the hidden subterranean lair of Ferretina, the Weasel Queen...
Well, here you are, miss. I'm glad that Othar Tryggvason, gentleman adventurer, was able to be of service.
But you can't go. What kind of person would I be if I did not show my appreciation? Please, be seated.
Well, I say, I never thought a throne of bones and skulls would be so comfortable.
It's ergonomic. What you care for a drink?
It's bubbling.
That's how you know it's fresh. You know, you're not like the local villagers.
Really? Are they all hideous mutants or something?
What? No.
Sorry. In my line of work, it pays to ask.
I meant that they're so weak and timid. None of them would dare go out into the forest, let alone be able to defeat a giant rabbit.
To be perfectly fair, I didn't know there were giant rabbits in there in the first place.
Would it have stopped you if it had?
No, probably not.
Of course not. You're a real man, a hero. I thought you're kind of a fable, a story for children. Mind if I sit down?
Well, it's your house. Oh, I say.
Sorry, but there's only one chair. Surely a strong fellow like you doesn't find me too heavy, do you?
No, it's just hard to find a place to put one's hands.
Really, you know, Traverse, and it gets so lonely out here in the forest. I think it's the loneliness that makes a person begin to have strange thoughts. Thoughts that drive her to explore the twisted, blasphemous back alleys of science that forces her to create monstrosities. Monstrosities fit only to unleash upon those sanctimonious villagers who reveled and mocked her because of her father's experiments. I did not choose my life, no more than I know the twisted horror that is the life of a human weasel hybrid. All I wanted was someone to talk to, someone to convince me that my human side is indeed dominant, that I am not a monster. To that person, I would give myself, body, and soul, and body. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Do you understand? Really?
Of course, this happens all the time.
It does?
Your story has told me all I need to know. You are Ferretina, the so-called Weasel Queen.
Yes.
A twisted product of misused science.
Yes.
Driven mad by the conflict that wars within you, you have lashed out at the world and those who do not understand you.
Yes.
And then you saw me and realized that I was a man who could understand what you are. Who could and would do anything needed to prevent you from harming further innocents.
Oh, yes.
And thus you have lured me here to my doom. Nice try, you twisted mockery of life. I, Othar Tryggvason, am far too clever to be fooled by your filthy subhuman tricks. I will do whatever it takes to destroy you.
Rah!
Say, you do have a lot of those giant rabbits, don't you? Bah, resorting to violence instead of a peaceful discussion. I expected no better from an evil half-human product of debased science.
Wait! Don't kill him!
Rah?
That pleasure is reserved for me.
Will Ferretina have the pleasure of destroying Othar? Or will she have to get in line? Will Agatha's fashion clank find the solace of death? Will Crosp be more useful with a clock in his tummy? All these questions will be cheerfully answered in the next exciting episode of Agatha Heterodyne, Girl Genius. We hope you enjoyed our performance of Girl Genius, Revenge of the Weasel Queen, Part 2. The fashion robot was played by Casey English. Agatha Heterodyne was played by Lealin Queen. Ferretina was played by Mary Rivette. Othar Tryggvason,
Gentleman Adventurer,
was played by Hayes Converse. Zetha was played by Joel Guttman. Cross was played by Jason Amherst. The Giant Rabbit was played by Danny Hill. Narration was done by me, Abby Brenner.
And now, please enjoy our next segment, RWBY, Volume 7, Chapter 6, A Night Off. The morning after Jacques Schnee closed the Schnee Dust Company's non-essential facilities, mental rioters are arrested by Atlas law enforcement, while other citizens stand in line at polling locations for the council election. The walls outside the polling center are covered in campaign posters for both Jacques and Robin Hill. Jacques' posters have been spray painted over. Meanwhile, Robin is interviewed by a reporter.
Although rioting in Mantle is finally under control, how does it feel to know that the majority of those involved were your supporters?
I don't condone rioting, especially when our city is being denied aid for the hardships we've already had to go through. But Jacques Schnee's latest stunt is holding the city hostage for his own political gain. So I understand their anger, but I ask that they show it not in the streets, but at the polls today.
In an Atlas Academy training room, Blake, Yang, Weiss, Nora, and John train with Winter's assistants, while Oscar watches nearby, using his scroll to track their aura. It's a whole thing about how the world works. Don't worry too much about it. After a solid hit, Jean is knocked down and his aura is reduced to 65%. He sits up, takes a deep breath, and Oscar's reading increases, and his reading increases to approximately 95%. Nice! Your recovery's getting faster! Nora walks over to Jean, who gives a cheerful thumbs up. Nora then gives him a heavy pat on the back, still using her semblance, which knocks him on the ground, reducing his aura to approximately 64%. Ruby zooms past with her semblance, heading straight toward Ren, who is meditating. She splits into 3 red blurs, which all go around Ren and the pillar before merging into one blur and becoming Ruby again. Have you always been able to do that?
I don't know. I don't normally think it through that much.
You guys are evolving and I still don't have my semblance.
Well, I bet we'll all be jealous when you do.
Clover wasn't kidding. You're really giving this your all.
Well, we have to with the way that things are going.
Ironwood takes out his scroll, which projects a screen depicting the live election results. Currently, Jacques has 30% of the vote, while Robin has 70%.
They're not going well, are they?
Better Robin than Jacques me.
Oh, I suppose so. Either way, this election doesn't bode well for our stability.
It could be a chance to work with Robin and get Mantle back on your side.
The likelihood of that working.
He's right. You have to do something about Mantle. If you could just get Robin to trust you.
I bet if you opened up to her, she'd understand that you're being framed.
Perhaps. But it will only work if she's open too.
I take it that you're here for new mission assignments?
You can say that. The General and I want you to take the rest of the day to recuperate.
You're giving us a night off?
Ordering it. After tonight's election, we'll be waking up to a very different Atlas tomorrow. I need you rested and ready for whatever that may bring.
At sunset, Team RWBY is in their dorm room. Weiss has a live report from the Daily Mantle playing on her scroll. While Blake puts on mascara, Yang looks over at her.
We still have hours ahead of us, but as votes come in, it looks more and more certain that Robin Hill will fill the open council seat.
There's no way my father could have thought layoffs would do anything but hurt him. So why announce this the day before the election?
Just seems like a power play that backfired to me. Won't matter in a few hours, though.
Where are you guys going?
Team Funky invited us out dancing. Yang and I thought it would be good to get our minds off the election.
I thought you said Team Funky was annoying.
That's the best part about dance clubs. I can't hear you.
Nora and Ren slide the door open from outside.
Ruby, come on!
I still can't believe you're going to that thing.
Just because Ironwood dislikes Robin doesn't mean we all have to. From where I'm standing, both of them seem to be trying their best to help Atlas. As to who's doing a better job.
But a victory party?
Invite's still open if you want in. Penny's going to be working security.
On the other end of the room, Yang starts laughing. Weiss turns to see Blake trying and failing to dance.
Oh my gosh, no. You gotta do it like this.
That's what I'm doing!
Jean and Oscar walk in.
Hey, Oscar. Oscar and I are hitting the movies if anyone wants...
Yep.
Oh, okay.
After sunset, Ruby, Nora, and Ren walk to Robin's victory party.
I understand Weiss's point, though. A victory party does seem a bit premature.
Aw, let them have one sure thing.
Probably the last sure thing before Amity Tower goes up and everyone learns about what we're fighting.
They walk past a group of people watching the live election results on a TV screen. Jacques has 33% of the vote, and Robin has 67%.
We spent so much time worrying about how Ironwood will react to the truth about her. But have any of us considered how we're even going to beat her if we manage to work past that?
Jin said she can't be beaten.
She told Oz that he couldn't destroy her.
But maybe someone else could?
I don't know.
We should be training right now.
We've trained enough. Take some time to...
We don't have time.
Ugh!
Ruby slows down and watches as Ren and Nora angrily walk on ahead. A large crowd of people have gathered inside an auditorium. Above the stage is a giant hologram screen showing the live election results. A pair of camera drones float around the room. As Ruby, Nora, and Ren enter the building, Penny makes her way through the crowd and sees her friends.
Ruby, Nora, Ren.
Hey, Penny.
I'm so glad you made it. It's just Marrow and I tonight, so more friends means more fun. Where are the others?
White is out with the boys, and Blake and Yang are off doing their own thing. Again.
At least they're back to being friends.
Friends, huh? Just friends?
What else would they be?
Two people who've gone through that much? I think there's more going on.
Well, maybe one of them feels that way, but the other might be worried.
What?
It's just, there's a lot of things going on right now.
Well, how can they figure things out if they don't talk about it?
I believe I may be confused. Who are we talking about again?
I'm not really sure anymore.
Nora and Ren continue while Penny gets communications from Marrow through her earpiece.
Penny, where'd you go?
Penny starts to leave, but Ruby clings to her arm.
Please don't leave me.
Ruby and Penny go backstage together to meet up with Marrow.
Oh, hey! What are you doing here?
Just, hanging out with a friend while she's on the job.
Ruby holds out her fist for a fist bump. Recognizing the gesture, Penny gasps, her eyes wide with excitement. She makes a fist, closes one eye, sticks her tongue out, and lines it up. She pulled back her fist, and then slams it into Ruby's with a big smile. There's a dull ding, and Ruby's expression becomes one of deadpan shock, her hand throbbing with pain. Penny turns to Marrow with an innocent smile as Ruby cradles her hand.
Yeah, real cute. Look, just try not to be too much of a distraction. We really need to be vigilant, just in case something...
May Marigold suddenly approaches Marrow.
In case what?
In case someone tries to start trouble.
Oh, funny. That's why we're here. So feel free to take a hike.
Listen, the general's just trying to help, all right? Just in cause you can't understand that.
What's going on here, Wags?
Robin has suddenly entered the backstage area next to Ruby and Penny. She notices Ruby.
Oh, and the pipsqueak is back.
We're concerned about security risks, ma'am. The general doesn't want any surprises tonight.
May smirks. Joanna Greenleaf moves next to her, and Robin walks over to Marrow.
Fine, but stay out of the way. If I get elected tonight, we'll all have to learn how to get along.
Sure, we won't have any problems as long as you stay within the law.
The law isn't perfect, you know. It's certainly not equal.
Yeah, trust me. I'm well aware.
Marrow tilts his dog tail to the side, making it more visible.
My only goal is that all the citizens of Mantle and Atlas and Faunus have an equal shot at a good life.
That sounds great. And you're planning to do all that equalizing legally, right?
Behind them on the stage, Fiona Time fidgets with a microphone. Joanna grins and Robin smirks.
Everything I've done is legal.
Of course, 100% legal.
Fiona taps on the microphone, causing a loud feedback.
Well, that worked.
Scram, kid. We've got a job to do.
Marrow exits the backstage area, and Ruby hops up and blows a raspberry at him before waving to Penny and walking into the crowd. Her smile fades when she sees that Nora and Ren are still arguing.
Can we please just not do this right now?
I should have just gone to the movies.
Ruby turns back around and heads towards the front of the crowd. Fiona has begun giving a speech, and the live election results show Jacques now has 43% of the votes.
I want to thank everybody for going to the polls today. This is Mantle's moment. I know that, like me, you're all thrilled that we chose Robin as our voice in Atlas. No one has fought harder for Mantle than she has, and I know Robin will continue that fight on the council. Will you share a few words?
Robin walks on stage and takes the microphone.
I've never been much for public speaking. Probably wasn't my best idea ever to go into politics. Thank you so much, everyone, for choosing me. You said you believe in me, but I'm the one who believes in all of you. You have proven to me that as individuals we are strong, but together we're unstoppable. So no matter what happens tonight, win or lose, we will continue to fight for our city, because it is our city that brings us together.
The crowd cheers and upbeat music begins playing as Robin walks off stage. Nora reaches out to touch Ren's arm, but he turns away from her.
We're in the final minutes now, and it's looking to be a closer race than anticipated.
Robin stands with her happy huntresses, starting to look nervous.
Don't worry, it's in the bag.
Robin smiles faintly, but then looks nervously at the screen again. The vote narrows further. Jacques 47%, Robin 53%. On the other side of the room, Ren avoids looking at Nora.
Ren, what's going on? Why won't you just talk to me?
You know, I've never been really good with talking.
Then screw talking!
Nora grabs Ren's shirt and pulls him to her, planting a kiss on his lips. His eyes widen as he holds his arms out in surprise, but then he closes them and kisses back. Everything about them fades to a blur. Ruby looks around happily while Penny and Marrow look at each other. Elsewhere, in a room filled with Schnee Dust Company crates, Arthur Watts watches drone footage of the party. Next to the live feed is recorded footage of Penny fighting grim sabers in the streets of Mantle. Watts taps the screens of an array of scrolls laid out in front of him and adjusts one of his rings, causing all of them to light up.
You ready, Tyrion?
Tyrion stands among the crowd at Robin's party, the hood of his jacket obscuring his face.
Always.
Polls are about to close. 12, 11.
Ruby notices Tyrion's prosthetic tail slither out from the crowd as he begins walking away, and her eyes widen in panic. She gasps and reaches out towards the stage.
Watch out!
Ren opens his eyes and looks in Ruby's direction. A moment later, the power in the building shuts off.
Go.
Robin drops the microphone, and there's a faint sound of blood splatter, followed by a woman screaming. In a panic, someone elbows Ruby, knocking her down. Tyrion begins swiftly moving through the crowd, kicking people's legs from under them and slashing them with his blades.
Penny, what's going on over there?
Penny activates her night vision and looks at Ruby, who is sitting with her back against the stage, trying to avoid being trampled. Penny turns to see Tyrion slashing another civilian with his weapon, then impaling another with his stinger. Penny draws her floating array and points its blades at Tyrion.
Put down your weapon and surrender!
Tyrion vanishes into the crowd, and Penny quickly pursues him. Watts waves his hand over his devices, and the screens show recorded footage of Penny fighting sabers, live footage of Tyrion attacking the partygoers, and 3D models of Tyrion and Penny. As he moves his hand, the Tyrion model and the real Tyrion in the live footage each gain a cyan outline. Shortly after, the Penny model and the real Penny in the recorded video gain cyan outlines as well.
This is Ace Operative Marrow, requesting immediate assistance.
Watts gestures to a scroll that is showing Mantle's election map, causing the colors to change in Jacques' favor. Robin and Fiona stand back to back on the stage, weapons drawn.
Entrances to me!
Fiona looks back at Robin, unaware that Tyrion has ascended the stairs and begun running toward her on the stage.
Come on, we gotta get you out of here.
She turns and looks just in time to see Tyrion charging towards her. He drags his fingers across her stomach and side, causing her aura to dissipate from that era as if ripped open. He then swings his arm, cutting Fiona with his blades. Fiona cries out in pain and drops to her knees while Tyrion leaps over her and Robin. Hearing Fiona's scream, Penny turns to the stage. Penny activates her jet and flies towards the stage. Tyrion moves behind Robin, but Penny tackles Robin out of the way. Tyrion leaps up into the air. Robin gasps and turns on her back, aiming her weapons at Penny, who slowly levitates her swords around her and scans the area for Tyrion. On a beam above the stage, Tyrion watches.
Right on time.
Tyrion leaps away, and the power comes back on, momentarily blinding Robin. Once her eyes adjust, Robin sees Penny standing in front of her with swords drawn. Penny looks around, upset and confused. Behind her, the giant screen displays a photograph of Jacques, with the word "Victory" below it.
And the winner of the Atlas Council election is Jacques Schnee.
Penny stares out at the bloodied civilians lying on the floor. The rest of the crowd is standing back from the massacre, crying and yelling hysterically. RWBY looks at the scene in horror, while Marrow looks at the bodies in shock. One of the citizens points at Penny.
It's Ironwood's robot.
Me.
Penny turns to see Robin staring at her with distrust. Penny folds her swords and puts them away.
I didn't.
The screen begins displaying live footage of Jacques standing at a podium in front of the Schnee Manor.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. It's all because of you. It's a new day in Atlas.
Robin glares at Penny as Ren and Nora run up over and climb onto the stage.
RWBY, what happened?
It was Tyrion. Tyrion's here.
Ren draws his weapons and Marrow climbs onto the stage. May, Joanna, and the rest of the crowd charge towards the stage. Marrow points at them.
Stay.
A crowd slows to a stop.
Get Penny out the back now.
Nora encourages Penny to go out backstage with her, and Ren follows them. Robin aims her weapons at them the whole time, then folds the crossbow away once they're gone. She gets up, hurries over to Fiona, shoves RWBY away, and begins applying pressure to the wound.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Marrow stops holding his pose and approaches Robin and Fiona.
I'm sorry. Is she?
He reaches towards them and a crossbow bolt just barely misses his hand. Joanna glares with her weapon aimed at him. RWBY runs over to Marrow and begins tugging on his arm to get him to follow her backstage. He continues reaching out to Robin.
This wasn't us, I swear.
He and RWBY run backstage. Robin glares at them as they leave. Watts watches a video on his screen titled Mental Security Cam Penny 1. The video depicts Penny standing among the partygoers, swinging her swords at them.
Fine work, Tyrion. I think we are done for tonight.
He taps the large upload button and packs up his equipment. Elsewhere in Mantle, a random citizen stares at a TV screen while other civilians run past him, screaming in panic.
A surprise victory for SDC Mining Corporation CEO Jacques Schnee. Last-minute voter turnout produced a dark horse victory for the dust industry leader.
The citizen drinks from a flask and walks away. Nearby, RWBY, Nora, Ren, Marrow, and Penny hide in an alleyway.
Penny, you need to get to Atlas. Backup's on the way. Penny?
Penny starts to turn toward him, but then flies away. In the distance, roars and screams are heard.
Grim.
We've got a long night ahead.
They run out of the alley and see Manticore Grim beginning to invade Mantle. Above them, giant screens broadcast a live feed of Jacques, while Mantle's security sirens begin blaring and the streetlights turn red.
And as the newest member of the council, I pledge to serve each and every citizen of Mantle and Atlas.
We hope you enjoyed our performance of RWBY Volume 7, Chapter 6, A Night Off. Nora Valkyrie, Robin Hill, and Blake Belladonna were played by Abby Brenner. Lealin, Jacques Snee, and Jean Arc were played by Danny Hill. Ruby Rose and Joanna Greenleaf were played by Mary Rivette. Marrow Armin and Clover Ebby were played by Lealin Queen. Tyrion Callows, Yang Xiaolong, and the newscaster were played by Cam Griffin. James Ironwood and Arthur Watts were played by Joel Guttman. Penny Palladina was played by Jason Amherst. Weiss Schnee and May Marigold were played by Taylor Starnes. Fiona Time and Citizen were played by Hayes Converse. Oscar Pine and the narration were performed by me, KC English. We will now take a 10-minute intermission. Our radio drama short showcase will continue soon.
Drama Short Showcase. Please enjoy our next segment, The Dover Boys at Pimento University, or The Rivals of Roquefort Hall. Pimento University. Pimento U. Good old PU.
Pimento you, oh sweet you, thy fair fragrant odor scents the air. A pox on Yale, poo Purdue, to you my college fair.
Out and away, the most popular fellows at... Whoa, why is a shoeless sailor walking around? Ahem. Out and away, the most popular fellows at Old PU are the three Dover boys. Tom, the fun-loving member of the trio. Dick, a serious lad of 18 summers plus a winter in Florida, as seen in the Dover Boys at the Everglades. And Larry, the youngest of the three jerks, brothers. A gay outing at the park has been planned by the merry trio, and they're off to fetch their fiancée, dainty Dora Standpipe, at Miss Cheddar's Female Academy close by. With their usual punctuality, the boys arrive at the appointed hour of 3.
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo!
It seems that Dora is having a bit of a sore throat. I hope she gets that taken care of. And soon are on their rollicking way. Forced to pass a certain public house, a tavern of unsavory repute, our young friends meet the distressing situation with their usual uncompromising moral fortitude, by averting their eyes. Little do they know that even now, within this very tavern, Dan Backslide, the former sneak of Roquefort Hall, coward, bully, cad, and thief, and arch-enemy of the Dover Boys, squanders his misspent life.
Hark! The Dover Boys! Drat them! Double drat them! They are escorting Dora Standpipe. Dear rich Dora Standpipe! How I love her! Father's money. Confound those Dover Boys! Oh, how I hate them! I hate Tom! I hate Dick! And I hate Larry! They drive me to drink!
Dan deftly downs a dozen drinks.
Confound them. What's a shoeless sailor doing here? Found them!
But let us draw the curtain on this sordid scene and turn to more pleasant surroundings, where we find our young friends engaged in a spirited game of hide, go, and seek, with Dora seeking. She wraps her arms around a large oak tree.
I'm giving you 5 minutes to hide. All right, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
The Dover boys begin looking for a hiding place. Tom moves behind another tree.
No, in this rubbish bin.
No, up here in this tree.
No, over here, under this manhole.
Over here, in here, no, in here, no, over here, in here, over here, in here, no, over here, no, here, over here, in here.
The trio traverse the park, going spot to spot, making their way toward the town.
510, 515.
And through the town, going in and out of buildings.
Over here, in here, no, in here,
over here, in here.
No, in here, into this tavern of unsavory repute.
A billiards table, under here.
The Dover boys. They've just hidden under the billiards table. Then Dora must be alone and unprotected! A runabout. I'll steal it! No one will ever know! I just need to wind up the runabout. A bit more. A bit more. A bit more. A bit more. Confound this runabout! Oh, it's working. To the park!
1250, 1255, 1260, 1265, 1270.
There's Dora. I'll grab her while she's distracted with her counting and put her in my car. No one will ever know!
1275, 1280, 1285.
Oh, drat! I grabbed her and the tree she was wrapped around. I'll put the tree back and consult my handbook of useful information on how to remove her. Ah, yes, page 57, how to remove young lady from tree. It seems all I need is to create leverage. Fortunately, I have these two Jiffy tire irons for such an occasion. I'll slide them under her arms and, ha! She's been tossed into my stolen runabout and is none the wiser!
1340, 1345, 1350.
A time later.
1490, 1495, 1500. Ready or not, Dora is ready. Dan backslide. Help! Save me! Oh, we're passing the tavern. Please stop for a moment.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Thank you. Help, Tom! Help, Dick! Help, Larry! My tag team of life!
Gasp.
It is Dora. She has been taken by Dan Backslide.
And he's getting away!
And what's with that shoeless sailor doing outside?
There's no time for that.
Meanwhile...
I've made my getaway! Now I'll take Dora to the hunting lodge on the cliff top nearby! No one will ever know!
Help! Save me! Help! Save me! Help!
We're finally in the lodge, and I've double bolted the doors!
Help!
Oh, Dora,
Help, Tom!
Ow! Ouch! She threw me across the room!
That's the macho throw! Help, Dick! Help, Larry!
Poor Dora! Will no one save her from this predicament? Will no one come to her assistance? But hold on, what's this? It looks like an alert young scout. And that's just what it is. He'll not fail her, I'll betcha. And there he goes, over hill, dale, and mountaintop, signaling with flags to another scout who is 2 feet in front of him, and there goes that scout into a Mr. Morse telegram booth, sending a message that is delivered to the still flabbergasted Dover boys at the tavern.
Telegram for the Dover boys. Mrs. Tom, Dick, and Larry, CO Wayward Tavern up in Bottleneck, New York. Says, quote, help! Unquote. Signed Dora, 35 cents collect.
And there they go, trampling over the messenger, climbing atop their detachable unicycles, and racing to the hunting lodge.
Help! Save me!
All right, Dora, Ouch! She kicked me across the room!
That's the macho me! Help! Save me! Help! Save me! Help! Save me!
Dora, so help me, Oh, is she throwing me this far? Tom! Help Dick! Help Larry!
We have made it to the lodge. Oh, Dora dear, sweet Dora dear. Keep courage up and chin held high.
Stalwart sons of old PU are here at hand to do or die.
PU, we're all for you! Yay, boom!
We've busted our way in, unhindered and backslide.
That's a mounted moose.
Excuse me, unhindered and backslide.
Tom, that's Dick and I.
Dang it. Hold on. Unhindered and backslide. Oh, hey, we're getting in a rut. Stand up and fight, you coward, you bully, you cad and thief. Oh, haven't been thrashed enough, huh? Get him.
The Dover boys surround their archenemy, but as they wind up to wallop the fiend, Dan slides unconscious onto his back, and the trio hit each other in triangulation, knocking themselves out similarly unconscious. The four rivals of Roquefort Hall lay piled up on the floor of the lodge, and there goes dear Dora Standpipe with the shoeless sailor into the sunset. And now it is time to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We hope you enjoyed our performance of the Dover Boys at Pimento University, or the Rivals of Roquefort Hall, or Macho Man Randy Savage and the Boys, I guess. Dan Backslide and the Telegram were played by Cam Griffin. Tom was played by Lealin Queen. Dick was played by Abby Brenner. Larry was played by Mary Rivette. Dora Standpipe was played by Hayes Converse. The chorus was played by Jason Amherst. Narration was done by me, Joel Guttman.
And now, please enjoy our next segment, an excerpt from Invincible, Where I Really Came From. Mark, the budding hero Invincible, is hurtling through the sky. Using his aerial training, he slows. Trying to orient himself, he turns to see Omni-Man, his father, rocketing towards him. Mark dodges his father's attack, only to have Omni-Man grapple him.
Don't do this! It's not too late!
Yes, it is.
Omni-Man lands a blow, whooshing Mark away. Two fighter jets roar towards Mark and his father.
Target acquired. Engaging.
Omni-Man and Mark continue to exchange blows as jets roar around.
Cecil wants to waste more time? Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. As soon as they separate, hit them with everything you've got.
Roger that.
It's right to pity them, Mark, but wrong to value them over your own kind.
Omni-Man tosses Mark through the air, and Mark whooshes uncontrollably to the ground. The pilots fly towards Omni-Man.
Now!
The jets fire their payload at the floating Omni-Man. The missiles detonate on impact.
Direct hit. Repeat. Direct hit on Omni-Man.
The dust settles, and Omni-Man, slightly on fire, grunts in annoyance. Spotting the offending plane, he whooshes towards them and through it, several times, to lots of screaming from the pilot. Mark awakens to the jet exploding and the pilot hurtling towards the ground.
I got you.
The chute won't deploy.
You won't need it.
An alarm sounds on the ejected seat. The chute deploys into Mark's face as the pilot continues to drop. Mark, escaping the chute, rescues the pilot moments before they all hit the ground.
Oh man. Thank you. I didn't think I was going to make it.
Omni-Man whooshes in and thuds behind him.
You almost killed him.
Instead, you saved him. So much effort for what?
Omni-Man pops the pilot's head like a viscera balloon.
No!
Now, where was that other one?
Omni-Man whooshes upwards towards the other jet.
He's almost safe! He's almost safe!
The pilot trying to escape deploys more weapons to no avail. Omni-Man dodges each missile. Mark intercepts his father as the jet roars away.
You killed him!
An hour and 50 years when he's old. What difference does it make?
Omni-Man palm strikes Mark, the blow thudding into his chest.
What difference? He'd have a life!
Did seeing that man lose his life disturb you? Did it hurt? Well, let's see how you handle this.
Omni-Man punches Mark, launching him 20 miles into downtown Chicago. Mark crashes through building after building, and finally through several blocks of City Street. Pedestrians flee from the destruction. As Mark continues to crash through cars, the road erupting behind him, he grits his teeth and slows himself down. Mark looks around in horror at the destruction around him. In the distance, one of the buildings Mark crashed through begins crumbling apart. Mark whooshes to the building, trying to keep it from crashing into the streets below. The impact shatters the building's windows, showering the street below in glass. A mom and daughter are in the apartment as Mark holds it aloft.
Gretchen!
Mommy!
Building, albeit slowed, continues to come down. Onlookers gawking and shouting. The mom and Gretchen begin to tumble out of the building. Mark catches the mom, holding the building single-handed.
I've got you! I've got you!
Gretchen screams.
Don't move! Don't move!
Mark, cowl-torn and face bloody, looks at Gretchen.
Don't be scared, okay?
Gretchen cries as the building continues to crumble.
No, no!
As the building continues to crumble and fall, dust and debris cover the streets of Chicago. Mark recovers, pushing a concrete slab off of him. He looks down to see he is still gripping the now severed arm of the crushed woman. Gross. Mark, too shocked to think, falls to his knees, Omni-Man's shadow descending upon him.
How could you do this?
That was your fault. Your stubbornness against the inevitable killed those people. How many more need to die, Mark? It's up to you. And besides, what were they doing with those fragile little lives anyway? Listen to what I'm saying. You know in your heart I'm right.
Right? About how pathetic and pointless humanity is? Is Mom's life worthless?
In the grand scheme of things, yes.
How can you say those things? How can you say that about Mom? Liar!
For the first time in your life, I'm telling you the truth.
Omni-Man headbutts Mark through the pavement into the subway. Omni-Man grips Mark's head, shoving him into the subway tracks. A train in the background is coming towards them.
Let me. I need to save them.
No. Maybe this time you'll learn.
Mark struggles and fails to escape Omni-Man's grasp. The train roars towards them, brakes screeching. Omni-Man holds his son still, allowing the train to crash into him and around them. Mark keeps trying to escape as blood, bodies, and train parts slam into him. Omni-Man kicks the bottom of the train, shooting the rest of the train cars around the station.
These people are meaningless. They're cavemen without us.
You're wrong! I've seen you save people. I've seen you almost die to protect them. Maybe you were a Viltrumite when you came to Earth, but you've changed. You were happy here.
Sure. For a time, I was happy. But I'm loyal to Viltrum, not this pathetic excuse for civilization.
Mark launches another counterattack, but Omni-Man dodges and slams Mark into the tracks. As Mark bounces from the impact, Omni-Man whooshes him through the roof of the train station and back into the skies above Chicago.
Get off me!
You aren't listening, Mark. My time here has been a speck in the span of my life. You don't know me. I will burn this planet to the ground before I spend another minute living among these animals.
Mark lands a punch on Omni-Man's face. He doesn't seem to feel it.
Please.
Omni-Man launches a barrage of punches into Mark, launching him through the sky. Mark's body is ping-pong between Omni-Man's punches.
I was wrong to raise you as a human. I should have prepared you better. Taught you more. Your life has been soft and painless. You're Viltrumite in blood only. Well, your true education begins now.
We see Mark's previous superhero team watches on in the monitor.
Oh my god, Mark.
Gear up. We can't stop this fight, but we can save lives.
Cecil's orders were to stay here.
We don't care.
You're not a robot anymore, remember?
Omni-Man pushes Mark deep underwater, slamming him into the seafloor. As Mark's body bobs in the water, Omni-Man flies him back into the sky.
You had enough yet?
I'll stop you.
I'm ready when you are. You're doing this for nothing. Being a part of the Empire will make Earth better than it ever was.
And what if they resist?
That's why we're here, to keep them from resisting, to show them how wrong they are, how pointless it is, that they could be part of something bigger. Or die.
I won't let you.
You want to die for this planet? Fine. What's another 17 more years? I can always start again. Make another kid.
Omni-Man slams his fist into Mark. Omni-Man's bloodshot eyes honed in on the pulp of his son. As the sound of his fist crushing bone echoes through the mountain range, Omni-Man recalls a vaguely similar sound. The cracking of a baseball bat. Years ago at a Little League game, Mark's mother sees her husband Nolan, also known as Omni-Man, arms crossed, standing away from the other parents.
What are you doing?
If I have to watch this game, I'd have a better view from above.
You know you can't do that. It's bad enough that you're standing over here like a weirdo. Come sit down.
This is a waste of everyone's time. There's so much more I could be doing right now.
Go, Mark! Oh, you're gonna miss it. Look at Mark.
Track one.
You and I, we made him. He's ours. When he feels joy, we feel joy. See that look on his face? How can you see that and not feel the same way?
Track two.
As we get older, it's harder to feel that. The weight of the world, it bogs us down.
A crack of a bat. Cheering continues.
But our children remind us of the joys in life. It brings us back, shows us what life is all about. This is humanity.
We see Nolan's features soften as he sees young Mark rounding the plates.
Yeah, get going, Mark, get going!
Go, Mark, go! Come on, buddy, you can do it! Go, Mark, go!
And safe.
Did you see, Dad? Did you see?
Oh, that was amazing!
Nolan lifts Mark into the air.
Yeah, I saw.
Omni-Man's punches slow and cease to the sound of Mark gasping weakly.
Ah, damn it!
Nolan collapses next to his son, breathing heavy. He looks over to see the bloody breath squelch out of Mark. He rises, anger anew.
Why would you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark. You'll last every fragile, insignificant being on this planet. You'll live to see this world crumble to dust and blow away. Everyone and everything you know will be gone.
Mark gasps for breath.
What will you have after 500 years?
You, Dad. I'd still have you.
Omni-Man pauses and grimaces to himself. He stands and looks from his son to his crimson-stained hands.
Dad.
Omni-Man's face twists with an uncharacteristic pain, and a small sound escapes his throat, just before he propels himself into the sky. Within seconds, he's exited Earth's atmosphere and disappeared into the cosmos. In his wake, a single tear floats in space. We hope you enjoyed our performance of Invincible, Where I Really Came From. Omni-Man and Pilot 1 were played by Lealin Queen. Mark was played by Hayes Converse. Debbie, Adam Eve, and Woman were played by Abby Brenner. Pilot 2 and Gretchen were played by Casey English. Black Samson and Monster Girl were played by Taylor Starnes. Rex was played by Cam Griffin. Rudy was played by Mary Rivette. Umpire was played by Joel Guttman. And the narration was done by me, Danny Hill.
And now, please enjoy our next segment, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mystic Library. Sorry. A small cat-sized yokai with large yellow-pointed ears, a red nose, a small fluffy body and tail, and 2 tusks coming out of its mouth is seen in the bathroom mirror. Not reflected in a mirror. There is no creature facing the mirror. It's in the mirror.
I was trying to give Mayhem a bath, but he poofed away and somehow he got stuck in the mirror.
Aw, poor little fella.
You guys can get him out, right?
Of course. We're experts at Mintic stuff.
You mean Mystic, right? I think we should call Donnie.
No. I got just the plan to get him out.
Ralph's plan was to wreck or punch the entire bathroom.
April's bathroom!
So you thought smashing everything but the mirror would get him out of the mirror?
I could smash the mirror.
You can't smash the mirror with him in it. He might get trapped in the netherworld.
Oh my gosh! He's fading! Oh, we gotta do something. Donnie, whip up one of your magic science potions and get him out!
Leo is holding back Ralph's hand with Tonfa at the ready, while Mayhem lets out a concerned cry as its tail vanishes. Mikey decides to rummage through Donnie's battle shell for some magic science potions. A metal claw comes out of the shell to push the youngest brother away.
Okay, science magic, not a thing, but segue. Whenever I get stuck with a tough problem, I look for answers at my local library. You have no idea what that is, do you? It's a big place full of books. They were like comics, but thicker.
Oh, okay, like comics.
They leave April with her wrecked bathroom. Cut to the local library. Inside, a janitor is mopping up. When he leaves, the turtles pop out of hiding. Donnie rolls in front of them on a book cart, his face buried in a book.
These walls contain the sum of knowledge of entire civilizations.
Whoa! Jupiter Jim saves a cat!
Mikey opens the comic book. Raph and Leo look over his shoulder.
Yes, right.
So where do we start? There's like a million books here.
But Raphael, a library is a treasure hunt. You never know what gems you may find along the way.
Oh, like a book on how to catch? Heads up!
He throws a book and hits Donnie on the back of the head, knocking him down.
And ow. Aha! There's something interesting in that section on rocks.
Said nobody ever.
You're right, geology stinks.
Donnie removes a book and it floats in midair.
Whoa!
What?
Wow, libraries rock!
The book grows larger with teeth and tongue. It suddenly snaps down on all 4 turtles. They all shout as the pages they are stuck to flap rapidly. When it stops, they fall onto the floor of another very spacious library.
Holy Gutenberg, it's magnificent!
At a very tall podium in the center of the library is the Bat Yokai Librarian. She's stamping books.
Watch and learn, gentle turtles.
Donnie leaps on the base of the podium and climbs up.
Salutations, good.
Hush, library voice.
But of course, my illiterate colleagues and I are conducting some crucial mystic research with the life of a beloved pet hanging in balance.
Raph and Leo roll past on a cart. Mikey is using a rubber overdue stamp on his own shell. The librarian is very annoyed at the shenanigans.
Yeah, Yeah!
Ow!
I see. You children can find the kitty room to your left.
Donatello slides across her tabletop to show her his achievements.
What? Would a child have a platinum library card? Would a child have won the National Library Competition 3 years in a row? Would a child be an expert at Dewey Decimal Mathematics? I can divide by biographies!
Shh.
Biographies.
Fine. You can go to the main library so long as you... Shh.
She taps each of them hard on the head in emphasis.
If my hush bats hear anything louder than a whisper, they'll lock you up in the kitty room.
Got it. If we get locked in that kitty room, we'll never find what we need to help Mayhem. So be very quiet. Wait, where's Mikey?
He gasps as he spots Mikey standing before a long corridor. Mikey inhales and then shouts. The Hushbats swoop down and carry Mikey away.
I regret nothing!
Is he gonna be okay? In the kitty room? He'll be fine.
Mikey is dropped into the kitty room. It is very colorful and full of toys.
Hey, a toy choo-choo!
Something growls, and then Mikey looks up to see a room full of yokai kids.
New toy!
Where?
Back with the rest of the mad dogs, Raph checks his cell phone and sees a picture sent by April.
Guys, Mayhem's fading fast. How do we find a book that'll help us save him?
Very simple. Every library has a catalog. I'm sure in a mystic library, you merely summon it.
Donnie lifts a crystal ball and proceeds to shake it like a magic 8-ball. An image appears in front of them.
Here we go. Complete Compendium of Escape Rituals. It's in Loom 16, Corridor B, moving stairs, left at the Ibis Tapestry.
Donnie, you want to write this stuff down?
The brain is nature's notepad, Raphael. I have already memorized the directions in song form.
He tosses the crystal ball and it hits another patron. The yokai yelps and is carted off by a hushbat.
We better move fast. Mayhem doesn't have much time.
The turtles start heading towards their book. On a staircase high above them are the foot lieutenant, a lean, muscular man with an orange footprint on his face and his head on fire, and Foot Brute, a large, muscular man with an orange footprint and his face and his head on fire.
What are they doing here? Can't we enjoy a normal, nice, peaceful Sunday without those clowns showing up?
I got an idea. Since they're always messing up whatever we're doing, why don't we mess up whatever they're doing? Yeah.
Genius.
Loom 16, take Corridor B. Down the stairs past the Ibis Tapestry. Sliding bookcase after bookcase shows the way to the hall. Up the pole through the hole to the waterfall.
Shh, keep it down, Donnie.
Donatello! With the book in his hand, saves the day and proves to everyone that he's the man.
It seems like Donnie has forgotten the librarian's warning and caught up in singing. Very loudly. Hushbats appear and take Donnie as Leo and Raph watch an alarm.
Purple comes in and takes him away, but Donnie D will leave to fight another day.
Donnie is dropped into the kitty room. He looks up to see Mikey wearing a baby outfit and surrounded by yokai kids. Mikey does not look happy.
Mikey.
No toy!
What? Ah!
Donnie is swarmed by the silhouettes of the yokai children. On Raph's phone is another picture of Mayhem. Only his head still shows up in the mirror. April's text reads, "Where are you guys?" Raph responds with, "We'll be back soon."
Write it down, I said, but no, the brain is nature's notepad.
Relax, Raph. I know Donnie has once again messed up our mission, as he does on virtually every mission.
Are you trying to get Donnie fired?
What? No. What? We'll discuss that later. If we're gonna save Mayhem, we need to remember the song. How'd it go? Something about a loom?
Loom 16, take corridor B, but then what?
He runs face first into Foot Brute's chest.
Then you run into us.
Step aside, chump. We're on a crucial mission.
Is why we're gonna throw a little monkey wrench into your plan.
Oh, yeah?
He throws a punch, but his fist is caught by Foot Brute. A hush bat flies overhead and both look up. The ceiling above them is covered in bats that are watching them closely.
We can't fight these guys. We have to be quiet or we'll never get the book to free Mayhem.
So we fight them as quietly as the quietest lions in the jungle of silence.
Foot Brute opens a book and blows dust into Raph's face. Raph starts to sneeze, but Leo rushes forward and sticks a finger under his nose. Raph stomps on the Brute's foot. Brute's groans are muffled. Leo gives the Foot Lieutenant a wet willy. He falls and grabs the Brute's pants. Pulling them down to reveal his underwear has little foot emblems on them. How cute. Both Leo and Raph cover their mouths to stop from laughing too loudly. The Lieutenant and Brute start trying to make them laugh by making faces. Leo and Raph copy their antics. Leo finally trips over a book called How to Avoid Tripping. Oh, the irony.
Uh-oh.
The Hushbats take him away.
Hey, come on. Put me down.
Foot Lieutenant tears a page from a book and makes tiny origami ninja, which he throws at the turtles. They land on Leo, and he laughs out loud.
Oh boy.
The bats grab him. As he looks down, he spots their destination and points.
Raph! Corridor B!
Copy.
The Foot Lieutenant tosses more tiny origami ninja at Ralph, but he literally blows them back on the Lieutenant. His laughter brings the bats, and they carry him off.
Oh no! Put me down! Put me down!
Raph's phone then vibrates with a call from April. April, which he answers.
April, can't talk right now.
Mayhem's almost faded away!
Raphael looks up to see a ton of hushbats swarming his direction. Looks like whispering is not a concern anymore.
I'm on my way. Tell my little buddy Mayhem to hang tight.
He runs, falls, scrambles, rolls, and yells through the library, trying to stay ahead of the bats. Bookcases and books go flying. Ahead, he sees a tapestry and hears Dawn's voice in his head.
Down the stairs past the ibis tapestry.
Sure hope that's an ibis.
His cart hits a book and he takes a spill.
No!
Raph grabs the tapestry and flips around a few times before the bats hit the tapestry and it tears loose. He uses them as a way to stay airborne. In his head, he hears Donnie again.
Sliding bookcase after bookcase shows the way to the hall.
In front of Raph are flying bookcases moving in all directions.
What? What's the point of this?
As a bookcase blindsides him, Raph loses his hold on the tapestry.
Power Smasheroni!
He uses his tonfas to activate his Mystic Smash Jutsu. There is a large energy projection of Raph that is 4 times his size, and has Raph controlling it in the center. He begins smashing his way through bookcases. Other library patrons run and scream. Donnie's song plays again.
Up the pole through the hole to the waterfall.
The waterfall!
He smashes his way through to the waterfall with the bats still behind him. He magically slides up the fireman pole into a different area underneath a now destroyed fountain. In front of him is a short wall with 5 books hanging on it, one of which says, Complete Compendium of Escape Rituals.
The book! I'm coming, Mayhem!
The bats emerge like a geyser and start to surround Raph.
I ain't got time for this. Flinging like a boss!
Raph uses his mystic projection to grab his actual body and throws himself towards the book. He smashes into the stand that is holding the book. The bat librarian is calmly stamping books when a loud crash makes her flinch. She looks up to see Raph soaring overhead and reaching for the compendium, while bookcases fly in all directions. He grabs the book and the bats grab him, dropping him in the kitty room.
I got the book. Let's go save Mayhem.
The Bat Librarian smashes into the kitty room behind Raph.
You! I'll pummel you into papyrus!
Raph looks over to see Mikey seated at the top of a throne of books, with Dawn and Leo fanning him and yokai kids beating drums. Hanging from the ceiling are Lieutenant and Brute. Mikey points at the librarian.
No toy!
The hush bats swarm the librarian. Shift to April's apartment, where a magic circle has been written over the mirror with Mayhem's face in the center.
Now, the final step. Boom.
Raph puts his hand in the center of the circle, activating it. There is a bright shimmering from inside the mirror, and then Mayhem pops out. Raph holds out his arms to catch him.
Goochie goochie goo.
Mayhem snarls and scratches up Raph's face before leaping contently into April's arms.
Ow.
Guys, you did it! Thank you. Okay, Mayhem, time for your bath.
Mayhem teleports back into the mirror.
Okay, I'm smashing him out.
We hope you enjoyed our performance of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mystic Library. Quick note, Joel, where did you post the credits? I don't know if I got those.
It's in the file. It's in the document, the Google document.
He said to re-download it.
He said to re-download it. He said that already.
Look,
there it is. It's on Discord. It's on Discord. Look,
Don't worry, we got this. We're definitely
professional.
Hey, a choo-choo.
Shush. Donnie was played by Mary Rivette. Raph was played by Hayes Converse. Leo was played by Jill Guttman. Mikey was played by Cam Griffin. April O'Neil was played by Jason Amherst. The Librarian was played by Abby Brenner. Foot Lieutenant was played by Lealin Queen. Foot Brute was played by Casey English. Yokai Kids were played by Danny Hill. Narration was done by me, Taylor Starnes.
And now, please enjoy our next segment, Self-Defense Against Fresh Fruit.
Good evening, class.
Good evening.
Where's all the others then?
They're not here.
I can see that. What's the matter with them?
Don't know.
Perhaps they got the flu.
Huh? Flu, eh? They should eat more fresh fruit. Right. Now, self-defense. Tonight, I shall be carrying on from where we got to last week when I was showing you how to defend yourselves against anyone who attacks you armed with a piece of fresh fruit.
Oh, you promised we wouldn't do fruit this week.
What do you mean?
We've done fruit the last 9 weeks.
What's wrong with fruit? You think you know it all, eh?
Can we do something else for a change?
Like someone who attacks you with a pointed stick?
Pointed stick? Oh, we want to learn how to defend ourselves against pointed sticks, do we? Get it all high and mighty, eh? Fresh fruit not good enough for you, eh? Well, I'll tell you something, my lad. When you're walking home tonight and some homicidal maniac comes after you with a bunch of Logan berries, don't come crying to me. Now, the passion fruit. When your assailant lunges at you with a passion fruit...
Oh, we done the passion fruit.
What?
We done the passion fruit.
We done oranges, apples, grapefruit,
Howlin' segments,
pomegranates, green gages,
grapes, passion fruit,
lemons,
clams,
mangoes and syrup.
How about cherries?
We did
them.
Red and black.
Yes.
All right then. Bananas.
Oh.
We haven't done them, have we? Right. Bananas. How to defend yourself against a man armed with a banana. Now you, come at me with a banana. Catch. Now, it's quite simple to defend yourself against a man armed with a banana. First of all, you force him to drop the banana. Then, second, you eat the banana, thus disarming him. You have now rendered him helpless.
Suppose he's got a bunch.
Shut up.
Suppose he's got a pointed stick.
Shut up. Right, now you, Mr. Apricot.
Harrison.
Sorry, Mr. Harrison. Come at me with that banana. Hold it like that, that's it. Now attack me with it. Come on, come at me then.
The staff sergeant shoots him.
Oh! Now I eat the banana.
You shot him.
He's dead.
He's completely dead.
I have now eaten the banana. The deceased, Mr. Apricot, is now helpless.
You shot him. You shot him dead.
Well, he was attacking me with a banana.
But you told him to.
Oh, come on, we'll do him a job. I have to show you how to defend yourselves against fresh fruit.
And pointed sticks.
Shut up!
Suppose I'm attacked by a man with a banana and I haven't got a gun.
Run for it.
You could stand and scream for help.
Yeah, you try that with a pineapple down your windpipe.
Pineapple?
Where?
No, I just said a pineapple.
Oh, phew. I thought my number was up on that one.
What? On the pineapple?
Where?
No, I was just repeating it.
Oh, I see. Right. Phew. Right, that's bananas then. Now, the raspberry. There we are. Harmless looking thing, isn't it? Now you, Mr. Tim Peach.
Thompson,
come at me with that raspberry. Come on, be as vicious as you like with it.
no.
Why not?
You'll shoot me.
I won't.
You shot Mr. Ellison.
That was self-defense. Now, come on, I promise I won't shoot you.
You promised us you'd tell us about pointed sticks.
Shut up! Come on, brandish that raspberry. Come at me with it. Give me hell.
Throw the gun away.
I haven't got a gun.
You have.
Haven't?
You shot Mr. Ellison with it.
Oh, that gun.
Throw it away.
Oh, all right. How to defend yourself against a raspberry without a gun.
You were gonna shoot me.
I wasn't.
You were?
No, I wasn't. Come on then. Come at me. Come on, you weed. You weed, do your worst. Come on, you puny little man. You weed.
A 16-ton weight falls from the ceiling.
If anyone ever attacks you with a raspberry, just pull the lever and the 16-ton weight will fall on top of him.
Suppose there isn't a 16-ton weight?
Well, that's planning, isn't it? Forethought.
Well, how many 16-ton weights are there?
Look, Mr. Know-All. The 16-ton weight is just one way of dealing with a raspberry killer. There are millions of others.
Like what?
Shooting him?
Well, what if you haven't got a gun or a 16-ton weight?
Look, all right, smarty pants. You two, come at me then with raspberries. Come on, both of you, whole basket each.
No guns?
No.
No 16-ton weights?
No.
No pointed sticks?
Shut up.
No rocks in the ceiling?
No.
And you won't kill us?
I won't.
Promise?
I promise I won't kill you. Now, are you going to attack me?
Oh, well.
Oh, all right.
Right, now don't rush me this time. Stalk me, do it properly. Stalk me, I'll turn me back. Stalk up behind me, close behind me, then in with the red currants. Right? Okay, stop moving. Now, the first thing to do when you're being stalked by an ugly mob with red currants is to release the tiger.
The tiger, thusly released, bursts forth and rips the fruit-reeling students to shreds.
The great advantage of the tiger in unarmed combat is that he eats not only the fruit-laden foe, but also the red currants. Tigers, however, do not relish the peach. The peach assailant should be attacked with a crocodile. Right, now the rest of you, where are you? I know you're hiding somewhere with your damsons and prunes. Well, I'm ready for you. I've wired myself up to 200 tons of giglinite, and if any one of you so much as makes a move, we'll all go up together. Right, I warned you. That's it.
And he explodes. That was certainly something. We hope you enjoy our performance of self-defense against fresh fruit. Sergeant Major John Cleese and Mark Palin were all played by Ace Converse. Terry Jones was played by Mary Rivette. Eric Idle was played by Joel Guttman. Graham Chapman was played by Griffin. Narration was done by me, Lealin Queen. I've been here the whole time. And now, please enjoy our final segment. There Will Be Brawl, Episode 2. Following the gruesome murders of Roy, Pichu, and Mafia Don Mewtwo, Mario rushes Peach into a criminal asylum that is swarming with media paparazzi outside, shielding their faces as they enter the building. Inside, Link stands with his arms crossed, flanked on either side by Marth and Ike. Princess Zelda sits on Link's desk, drinking a martini.
Chief!
Princess, dirtying yourself in the field tonight?
Watch it, the fairy.
Don't you and your boys have somewhere to be?
I must have missed your call for a proper police escort, so I took the initiative to meet you here myself.
I didn't call you.
Yeah, she's got the meat.
Careful, princess. People might get it in their head that you're used to running off with the wrong crowd.
So sorry for the circus outside. Someone must have leaked information about your visit. Breaks my heart to see a princess unable to trust her own court.
You've been drinking an awful lot of those since we absorbed Hyrule. Captain, some of us have a kingdom to run.
Meta Knight will see you in. Mario stays here.
Meta Knight appears in the doorway.
This way.
Across town, a taxi driver driven by Mr. Game and Watch pulls up to the tavern. Luigi is in the back.
Thanks, G-Dub.
Luigi makes his way inside carrying a briefcase. He sits at the table, gets a drink, and a few minutes later, a bright-eyed Pokemon trainer approaches him.
Mr. Luigi, sir. I was afraid you weren't going to make it.
You look very spirited tonight, Red.
I caught a Wobbuffet. Wabba wabba.
He holds out a Pokeball, which dumps a small Wobbuffet to Luigi's cup, face down.
Take this briefcase to your boss for me, huh? And don't go peeking. Word'll get you soon enough. No need to hurry it along, eh?
Red takes the briefcase and Luigi has another drink. Afterward, he makes his way into the back of the bar and traverses a few hallways before entering a large room, where a bunch of people are huddled together around an Ivysaur and a Bronzely. Some throwing coins on the ground. A Pokemon fighting. The Ice Climbers stand stoically in front of a picture of Mewtwo and allow Luigi to approach Wario, who is drinking a beer at a small table on the side of.
Took you long enough.
Sorry to hear about your boss.
Ha! You're the only one. You know all they found were his insides, just like the others. The police, they come in, they found a Pokeball on the desk. When they open it up, intestines everywhere.
Who you got tonight?
Crowds with the Kung Fu Cat thing. Lucario.
Who you got tonight?
The electric rat lost someone close to him. He's looking to bring that pain to whatever dumb fuck gets in his way. I got him.
Wario smirks at a scowling Pikachu standing just outside the fighting. Luigi drops a handful of coins on the table and Wario grins. Back at the police station, Meta Knight escorts Peach to the entrance prison block.
Keep away from the cell. Don't look him directly in the eyes. And do not tell him anything personal. I will be here, watching.
Peach continues forward, passing a cell with a Squirtle in it.
Squirtle. Squirtle, Squirtle.
She moves past it and stops at a lone cell at the far end of the block.
Kirby.
Good evening, Princess Peach.
It's been a long time.
6 years since you condemned me to this cell. Not much has changed with me. How are things outside?
You know why I'm here.
Civilians are being abducted and gored. And you want to know if I'm involved.
Are you?
You know I'm not. But you hope I know who does. Tell me, Princess, how have you held up under the pressures of office? You used to smell of self-righteousness, fueled by feminist fire. Now you smell
That is not the...
nearly futile. Do you hear them, Princess? Do they still whisper my name? Has this butcher reopened a wound your subjects had hoped long since scabbed?
A cadet in training and a young pocket monster were discovered late last week. Do you know who's responsible?
Responsible for the deaths of one so young and full of promise? Responsible for sullying that royal pink dress with the crimson tint of the insufficient?
Yes.
I would have thought you'd put your heroes on the case. They clearly did a passable job of apprehending me. What has become of our fair boys of red and green?
This is the case file. I can leave it with you to look over, or...
On the condition that you tell me one thing. With the kingdom crumbling around you, you must need to work out your aggression in the name of service to the people. So, tell me, Princess Peach, when it is your peach that people are servicing, how do you prefer it? Tall and thin, or short and fat?
I'm leaving.
She stands and begins to walk away, but as she passes the Squirtle's cell again, it uses water gun, splashing her in the face.
Ah! You little bitch!
Princess Peach!
She returns to Kirby's cell.
Princess, that was awful and uncouth. Leave the file and return in a day.
Later, Luigi returns to his table at the bar, and soon after, Red also returns with an injured Ivysaur at his side. He dumps a bunch of coins onto the table.
Gee, Mr. Luigi, your special seasoning must be really good.
Thanks, kid. Go home. Get some rest, huh?
He hands Red a coin.
Thanks, mister. Are you okay?
Tell me something, kid. Do you still sing?
At the station.
I am not having this argument again!
Princess, Mama.
Go home and have a shave for fuck's sake!
Sing? Sometimes, sir.
Come on. A beautiful tenor like yourself. It's been a tense evening. Bust out them pipes for me, yeah? Sing!
All right. Ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da dum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum.
After singing a short aria, Red leaves. With no better entertainment, Luigi watches the Lakitu news on the TV behind the bar.
A known philanthropist, many call Mewtwo's gestures of goodwill, such as his home for underprivileged orphans, a token front for his Pokemon trade. This just in, it's been over an hour since the break-in at Princess Peach's castle, and there's no word of the princess's whereabouts as police have been unavailable for comment. Confidential sources do... hold on. Police Chief Link of Hyrule has prepared a statement. We're gonna go live to that statement now.
As the leader of the Mushroom Kingdom's protective military force, I must declare martial law until such a time that I deem it safe for the subjects of the Mushroom Kingdom to return to normalcy.
We hope you enjoyed our performance of There Will Be Brawl, Episode 2. Kirby and Link were played by Joel Guttman. Luigi was played by Jason Amherst. Princess Peach was played by Mary Rivette. Wario was played by Cam Griffin. Princess Zelda was played by Taylor Starnes. Red was played by Hayes Converse. Lakito and Mr. Game and Watch were played by Abby Brenner. Wario was played by Casey English. Meta Knight and Squirtle were played by Danny Hill. Narration was done by me, Lealin Queen. This concludes our Radio Drama Shorts Showcase. Thanks very much for listening. Audio engineering for today's showcase has been provided by John H. Baker. And we are pleased to announce that on Saturday, February 25th, we will be doing a radio drama presentation of Inglourious Bastards. The performance will begin at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. For more nerdy content, please follow Digital Era Entertainment here on Twitch. And you can listen to our past radio drama performances on Digital Era Entertainment's YouTube channel. They're real fun. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you'll join us again next time.